Welcome to today's lesson. And in this lesson, we're going to consider the square root of numbers. So we're going to learn how to calculate or find square root of numbers. Please do well to like and subscribe to this channel for more mathematics problems and solutions. Okay, so we're going to find the square root of 64. Now please note that when you're calculating square root of numbers using this particular method, it's actually very common for young learners to know these square roots, maybe because you have told them. However, there is a method to calculate or for finding square roots of numbers. So that's what we're going to be looking at in this lesson. Okay, now please note that when you're calculating or when you're about to find square root of numbers, you should consider their prime factors. All right, numbers that can divide that number, okay, with ease. Now for instance, you have your 2, you have your 3, right, you have your 5, okay, you have 7, you have 11, you have 13, right? These are numbers that you look into when calculating square root or when you want to find your square root. So let's begin. So we're going to draw a line and going to write 64. Okay, so we're going to divide using the prime factors of 64. So we're going to start with 2. To divide 64, you have your 3 and you have your 2. Okay, so we're going to go again. We can use our 2 again. To divide 32, we have our 16, and 2 will go into 16 and we have 8. If you notice, we're not using 4, right? Because 4 is not, there is a number that can divide 4, right? So we are not meant to use such number. Looking at these numbers, no other number can divide these numbers except the number itself. So that is why there are actually more of them. Okay, so we're going to use 2 again. Into 8 we have our 4, and 2 into 4 we have our 2, and 2 into this 2 we're going to have our 1, right? So these are the product of these numbers. So what we're going to do, because we're looking for square root, okay, square means 2, we're going to pair these numbers. So this will be 1, this, and this. So we're going to take 1 out of this 2. Into this 2 we take 1, and into this we take another 1 2, and into this we take another 2. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to calculate 2 times this 2 times 2. So we're going to calculate, after picking this 2, we're going to calculate 2 times 2 times 2, we have our 8, right? So that is why you have square root of 64 as 8, right? So let's look at the next one. We have 2, 2. So 2 to 5. We're going to divide using one of the prime numbers here. We're going to start with 5, right? Looking at this number, you know that 5 can divide this. So 5 into this, you have 4, remainder 2. 5 into 25, here we have our 5. So we can use our 5 again. 5 into 45, you have your 9. Okay, now here you have your 9. We can actually look for another number here. 3 can also go into 9. That will give us 3. So when you divide 3 divide 9, that gives you 3, and 3 divide 3, that gives you 9. So we're going to also pair these numbers. Okay, this as 1, this as 1. So we have our 5 and we have 3. We're picking 1. So we're going to come here, 5 times 3, and that gives you 15. And if you know, square root of 2 to 5 is 15, right? So don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, so let's do the next one, 196. Okay, what number here can divide 196? We have 2 can divide, and you have 9, 8, right? 2 can also divide. Here you have your 4, and when you carry 1 here, you have your 9. Looking at this now, 2 cannot divide. So our 7 can divide 49. So 7 into 49, you have your 7, and 7 into 7, you have your 1. Right? So you're going to pair also. So for every 2 2, you have 1 2, and 2 7, you have 1 7. Okay, so we're going to multiply this fact. 2 times 7, that gives you 14. Okay, so that's why you have square root of 196 as 14. So for this, you're going to try this out and see, using this method, try this out and see what it gives to you. Do well to like and subscribe to this channel for more mathematics problems and solutions. Bye bye.